So we did just do a segment on the flooding in Texas. In case you don't know about it, I am just starting a new YouTube video. In case you didn't catch the last one, over 80 people are dead, many of them children. Many more are missing. And it's all this is just a synopsis. It's all the Republicans' fault. It is all the Republicans' fault. Okay? Don't believe me? Do your own research. It is their fault. Period. End of story. But don't worry. Greg Abbott has come with a bucket full of thoughts and prayers for us. And as I said in the last segment, you know, grit and wit and spit and shit and all that good shit, right? Like, yeah, I've heard some of this. It's disgusting. Let's hear it. This is his response to dead children. This is the party of family values and protecting children, mind you. This is them. Here we go.
Those who are missing.
Let's see what, sorry, I know I keep pausing, but let's just see what the response is to, need I remind you, dead children that you, Mr. Abbott, could have prevented. Let's see what you got.
I also have some updated numbers on those who are missing. First, from Camp Mystic. My information is those who are missing is down to now 5 campers and 1 counselor. 5 campers and 1 counselor missing. In addition to that, there is another child not associated with the camp who is missing. So for Kerr County, that would be a total of 7 who are missing. In other parts of the state, there are 12 who are missing. I have a new number, however. So one thing we've been reaching out to the public about is to get better information about those who were...
Is the number how many years you have left before you keel over? That's the number I want to know.
Were not registered at a camp. Those who were not registered at a hotel, those who may have been down here who no one really had any accounting of. And through law enforcement agencies working together, they provided me this number. Just in the Kerr County area alone, there are...
This isn't what I was looking for. Hold on. Let me find what I was looking for. Here we go.
I'm going to use your words. Who's to blame? Know this. That's the word choice of losers. Let me explain one thing about Texas, and that is Texas, every square inch of our state cares about football. You could be in Hunt, Texas.
Okay, great start. Listen, I know that we're talking about like children dying. Need I remind you? I know I've said it many times, but yeah, okay, football. Okay, like this motherfucker should be falling out of his goddamn chair and bowing for a apology, dude. You should be groveling. You should be eating the dirt right now.
Texas,
that's what you should be doing.
Houston, Texas, any size community, they care about football. High school, Friday night lights, college football, or pro. And know this, every football team makes mistakes. The losing teams are the ones that try to point out who's to blame. The championship teams...
I've already heard this. Okay, I'm not going to pretend like I haven't, but just hearing it fresh again in my head is like giving me cancer.
Are the ones that say, don't worry about it, man, we got this. We're going to make sure that we go score again, that we're going to win this.
Don't worry, man. I know that your kid's dead, right? I know your kid's dead, but don't worry. We got this. We're all trying to find the guy who did this.
The way winners talk is not to point fingers. They talk about solutions. What Texas is all about is solutions.
I hate him.
I want to read you something that
there's so many TOS violations flooding my brain.
That's worth emphasizing to put this in context. Tragedy has come.
Literally reading a script from your iPhone. Get the fuck out of here, you filthy creature. You disgusting, abhorrent freak. You subhuman prick. I hate these people with such a burning raging passion. I repeat from my last segment, if it had been my kid or somebody that I was close, or God forbid, like my wife, you know, I'd lose it. I'd be in federal prison.
That part is done. What we do now, who we are now, that's what the story is still being written. Let it be one of grace, of grit, of fierce love.
I hate you. I hate grief. Dude, do you think he used ChatGPT? What's the under over? Here, I don't like using ChatGPT, but just this once I'll make an exception. Write me a speech following the Texas floods and protect. No, I got to stick to my principles. I have to stick to my principles. I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted. But as soon as I started doing it, I felt disgusting. I can't.
To be the kind of story that proves that the hill country may flood, but it does not fail. Say what you will about Texas, but when the rivers rise, so do we. Not with blame, not with bitterness.
I can't. He sounds like a liberal, man. He sounds like you're lived up. Winners use critical thinking to understand why they win. Otherwise, they're nothing more. Don't even feed the. It's not worth feeding the metaphor. Don't feed into the metaphor. It's a disgusting, cowardly, spineless, worm-like metaphor that only a loser like fucking Abbott would use. Okay? Disgusting. You cannot even compare. You can't. You know what happens when a football team loses? I can tell you it doesn't. Children don't die. Okay? You know what happens when you fire a bunch of people part of the weather service, weather emergency services, and don't update your infrastructure or your emergency planning, and instead give all that money to billionaires? You know what happens? Children die. You killed children, Mr. Abbott. I'm fine saying that. You are responsible for the deaths of those people and the suffering of their families. I can't imagine. It makes me want to spit, man, to say the least.
But with boots on the ground, arms around strangers,
we gotta come together, guys. Listen.
That's the Texas I know, and that's the America.
Listen, we gotta come together, guys. We gotta come together. They know that they f***ed up, and they know that everybody sees that they f***ed up, and they cannot throw the blame onto somebody else. They can't do it this time. They can't. But you bet your ass if they could, they would, because they do it every time. You just saw it. If you watched the last segment, you just saw Charlie Kirk do it. Okay? And his ilk. What'd they do? They brought up the Palestine train wreck in Ohio. The East Palestine. Remember that? And they said it was Joe Biden's fault. Remember that? Remember, guys? Remember Joe Biden and the shit that he did? Remember? Yeah, Joe Biden f***ed up a lot, okay? I don't care. He's not president right now, okay? He's close to death. We're all better off for it, mind you. I hate that guy. Like, you say this as though I give a shit. Okay, what about Trump? Let's talk about the current president and the shit that he could have done to make sure that these children didn't die. Again, I must stress, these are the people that play it like protecting children. Freaks.
That I believe in. What this person wrote is what I know is true for all Texans and what we will achieve every single day.
I almost would have respected it more if they had just said this is because of DEI. I'll be real. I would have respected it more. At least then, you're not playing at this cowardly, limp dick, spineless, come together narrative, acting like a liberal. Okay? If there's one thing that I hate the liberals more for than Republicans is their rhetoric. Their rhetoric is dog water. It's ass. I hate liberal rhetoric so much. It's so slimy and condescending and disgusting. Like the film that old candy leaves in your mouth, like candy from that's been sitting in your grandparents' pot, their little clay pot for 50 years, and you just decide, f it, why not? I'm feeling some sugar, and then you take a little lick of it, and it leaves that disgusting film. It's overly sweet because it's packed with sugar, just pure raw sugar. And it leaves that disgusting film. That's what I'm getting right here. But it's not from a liberal. At least when the liberals do it. No, the liberals have used it just like Greg Abbott's using it right now. But I hate Greg Abbott even more because he's a conservative. When you mix conservative policy with liberal rhetoric, it's just so, they're not even the same species anymore, man. Like I said, Greg Abbott should have fallen out of his goddamn chair and groveled. He should have ate dirt and said, I am so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the loss of your family. I'm sorry for the loss of those poor kids who didn't deserve to drown to death. I'm sorry for not preempting this like I should have, like everybody was telling me that I should have. I'm sorry for being involved in an administration that fired a bunch of weather forecasters and experts who could have helped prevent this. I am so sorry, and I will never sleep another day in my life because of this. That's what I would do. But I'm not Greg Abbott. If I were governor, I would just have prevented it, and those kids would still be alive. But that's just me, personally, because I'm human, and I still care about, my fellow American. Unlike Greg Abbott and his ilk, and Donald Trump, who, I stress again, I have to question if they're even human. Just disgusting. I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss, man. I'm at a loss. Hi, thanks so much for watching and making it to the end of the video. I just wanted to let you all know that I love and appreciate everybody in my community, whether you can support me financially or just by liking, commenting, and sharing my videos. It helps way more than you know. That being said, I do want to give a very special thanks to my tier 4 subs, which would be Space Timid and Hot Take Andy. And thanks so much to my monetary subscribers from any of the tiered subs, or anybody who gives me money in any form, including going to my Patreon shop, donating money to me directly. It all helps way more than you know. If you do decide to help me financially, you can get some really cool perks like early access to content, exclusive access to censored videos, also some really cool badges next to your name. Even if you can't afford a monetary subscription, just watching, sharing, and commenting on my content helps way more than you know. Thanks again, and I will see you all in the next video.